The mics are hot, and so's the gossip. Let's get into it in 3. Welcome to In 3. I'm Danielle Graham.
And I'm Caleigh.
And to you, I say bonjour, mon ami.
Oh my God.
Cal.
The gift that we received in the gossip headlines this morning was truly a moment.
Yeah, and you're talking about the fact that Katy Perry was seen having dinner with Justin Trudeau.
Yes.
And it looks like a cozy dinner.
It looks like a date for sure.
It does.
And it looks like a date that wants to be seen.
That's the thing. It's out in the general population of a restaurant, not in a back room, not a shut down the restaurant situation, not a private dining moment. It's out there. They are seen closely sitting together. It's hard to tell if they're on the same side of the booth or if they're just really leaning in
hard.
The thing for me is that she's touching her face when she's talking to him.
And her hair.
Yes.
She's doing all the flirty things.
If you're just having dinner with someone of the opposite sex who happens to be a friend, you're not doing any of those things.
Yeah.
There was a flirtatious tone.
No, I love how out in the open they are. And I feel like, as the former prime minister, he knows how to go undercover. Like, we don't hear of him having public dinners with other public figures ever.
No.
This is like the first we've seen of him really since he stepped away from, leading the country. And it definitely looked They both looked so happy. I know. And the fact that, how many possible dates, like, let's say this isn't their first date, which I would assume if they're out in the open, my feeling is this isn't their first date.
They didn't look like strangers.
And they're not hiding.
No.
So they were ready for this to go to the headlines.
And it's everywhere. Katy is still on tour. This was her night off in Montreal. And they chose to go have this dinner where they dined on, they shared several dishes, which again, in a platonic situation, I am not sharing my dinner with you.
No.
One included lobster, and they sipped on cocktails as well.
Of course.
So drinks and shared food, a date.
And lobster.
Wow,
that's fancy.
Very.
How do you think this went down? Because I'm wondering
that's a good question.
How these two came to be. Now, I'll tell you why I think that they make the most sense. But first, I just want to visualize how this went. Like, he knew she was going to be in town. Did his people call her people?
His team reached out, I think.
Yeah. Or did they find each other on Raya? Like, they're both single.
True. Or was it like, I'm taking my kids to the show, love to arrange a meet and greet. There was a spark or something.
Oh,
maybe.
That's cute. Okay, that's
maybe
cute.
That was the story. I don't know, but I like playing this game.
Raya is a bit more cringe, which I think is a little bit more fitting for both of them.
Yeah,
because they are both like the king and queen of cringe, kind of.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think that they make actually the most sense and possibly the perfect couple is because, they're both really not in the good graces of the public.
True.
Right?
Yep.
They're both really the butt of a lot of jokes. Mm-hmm. They're both under a lot of public scrutiny. He had the worst approval rating for a prime minister ever.
Yeah.
She's had the worst approval rating for a pop star ever.
And astronaut.
And astronaut. And I just feel like the two of them together, it's like two negatives make a positive. I can't think of anyone else that I would be really interested in that she was dating.
Right.
But this, when it came into my phone and into my newsfeed, I was like, oh my God, yes. Let's go, Katy Perry. What PR genius is behind this? Because this is the only thing that could rehab both of their images.
It's so true.
I'm instantly obsessed.
Same.
And I've never been obsessed with Justin Trudeau, and y'all know I've never been obsessed with Katy Perry. And now I'm like, give me more, all of it. I want a lobster meal of this every day.
And we'll know more if we see more sightings. If we see more sightings, then there is a lot more to this than just a dinner.
I can't imagine a one-off, as you said, one-on-one dinner where they're going and greeting with the kitchen staff and making a whole public scene of it.
Yes.
Either it's a publicity stunt and it was built just for one moment, or they've had a couple previous conversations, knew they were going to hit it off, and figured might as well get a couple like positive headlines in the process.
Yeah.
I think he has a type, because I actually think like Sophie Gregoire and Katy Perry look like they could be related.
You think so?
I think Sophie looks like she could be Katy's mom.
Really?
No shade.
No shade.
No shade intended. She's beautiful.
It felt like a bit of shade.
No. Okay. I mean,
Mild
it was
shade.
a shady comment.
Right.
But I mean it with the most respect.
Of
Yeah.
course. Okay, you mentioned PR genius move.
Uh-huh.
Let's get to Astronomer hiring Gwyneth Paltrow to be their very temporary
Yes.
PR representative.
Yes.
I loved this.
I know. It was
so
another
good.
moment this week where I was like, genius.
Yes, genius.
Yes. And you know what the first thing that popped into my mind?
Tell me.
And I'm not trying to be like, I knew this before everybody else, but like the first thing that popped into my mind was this is Ryan Reynolds' work.
How did you know that?
I just had a feeling, because it was so smart and just like immediately in the cultural zeitgeist, like capitalizing on a moment with another celebrity. And that's just like what his
wild.
PR team and his marketing team is best at.
Yeah.
So he has a PR team called Maximum Effort.
Right.
They first made headlines when they did that Peloton ad with
Yep.
Chris Noth after he was killed off of the Sex and the City reboot by way of heart attack because of the Peloton. So Ryan Reynolds and his marketing team swooped in, did this amazing viral ad with Chris Noth before he was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was confirmed
Yes.
that Maximum Effort is behind this spot. And it is brilliant on so many levels. But I love how, you know, Gywneth, we talked a lot about her last week.
We did.
One of my favorite combos of all time. And so she's in the headlines. And, you know, the headlines are mixed.
Yeah.
And there's like it's kind of spicy.
Yeah.
And obviously Astronomers in the headlines, kind of spicy.
And a lot of confusion.
Confusion.
Mm-hmm.
But bringing these two kind of like spicy people together, people as an Astronomer and Gywneth, together to kind of be in on the joke,
Yeah.
to make it their own, to capitalize on the moment, take it to the top of the headlines on their terms.
Yes.
I think is just brilliant.
It was.
And it's my favorite version of Gywneth, the one that has a good sense of humor
Me
about
too.
herself. She knows how to make iconic moments happen.
Yeah.
And she has a really good gut instinct, I think. And this was just like one of those decisions that I think will be like one of those iconic, legendary things that we remember.
Yeah.
And it's just so unexpected.
No, it was so funny. And you're right. She does have that really great timing when she wants to be funny. And once it was revealed that Ryan Reynolds and his agency were behind it, I was in my mind. So Gywneth obviously just probably shot this at home. They probably sent a crew over. It wasn't an elaborate setup.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if like Ryan Reynolds was on the phone giving direction. Hit it this way. We go this way. And they were working really collaboratively to make it as funny as it was, because it was hilarious.
Yes.
Gywneth, I think what I loved about it was so genius, because we've been saying Astronomer for weeks now, but I didn't know what they did.
Do you know what they did now?
I do now know.
You do?
Yeah, because the ad told
that
us.
video, you watched it and you said, oh yeah, now I have a really clear understanding what they do.
Okay, I'll say this.
Okay.
I have an understanding of what they do. No, I don't have an understanding.
Okay.
What they do is data workflow automation.
Tell me what that
I
is.
don't know what it is at all,
I
but
still
at
don't
least
know.
I have some idea of something. I think for the longest time we thought they were going to space. Everybody did. We know that they're not doing that. So this
True. I thought it was an AI company. I'm still confused. So I don't know that they hit all the marks in terms of like really explaining to a layman, because I still don't know. I couldn't explain it in my own words, which I think is kind of critical to really understanding.
Data workflow automation
Exactly.
is.
Could they have done a little bit more to use, terminology that we all understand?
Maybe
But
that is it.
But like it kind of just adds to the whole thing. The video said everything and nothing.
Exactly.
Like it actually said nothing. Not to take this away from Gywneth, but what I love about it for Ryan specifically is like, I think we talked about this with Justin Bieber and stuff. It's like everyone who's in the headlines for the wrong reasons just needs to get back to what they're great at. Mm-hmm. And for me, for Ryan to be getting back to work like this and to be creating like iconic pop culture moments, I feel like that's doing good things for him.
Yeah.
Just the way when Justin released his music, we haven't heard one peep about people being critical of him since.
You're totally right.
Period.
Go back to what works.
Go back to work. Period.
That's
and
great
so
advice.
I feel like this is great for Ryan. It's great for Gywneth. It's great for Astronomer. And it's just great for everyone.
Gywneth was paid millions apparently to do this.
For sure.
Which I also love. Just a quick few $1 million.
Quick couple milli.
For a 60-second video. I love it. All right. We have got so much in today's show. Let's share what the big 3 is. Number 1, Taylor Swift has got a secret project.
Yeah.
And people have gone wild. Theories are wild. They are rampant. There is seismic rumblings.
Seismic rumblings.
That's a direct quote.
Okay. I also love just them going Instagram official for the first time in their relationship.
I know.
Which is amazing.
So much happening there. This little romance that's been sparking.
I can't.
Between Pam Anderson and Liam Neeson.
I love them so much.
I know.
Love is alive and well.
While really unexpected, a total like left field kind of love affair, but I'm so into it.
Yeah.
And then Lindsay Lohan is out there in all the ways promoting Freakier Friday. And we're going to talk about her big return to a big theatrical release.
Yeah.
And, you know, the evolution of Lindsay as we now see her.
Totally.
So far from the person we knew 12 years ago. It's pretty amazing.
It is amazing. It really is.
And then finally,
we have to talk about The Devil Wears Prada 2.
We do.
It's everywhere. It's causing quite a stir.
People
are happy. People are sad. People are mad. People are glad. I don't know.
I can't wait to hear what you think. Like anything, right? Yeah. Let's kick things off with Taylor Swift and this secret project.
Yes.
So she was seen shooting a music video in LA, so covert that the people on set and the crew weren't allowed to hear the whole song.
Right.
They just were able to catch the beat.
Right.
And that was it. This is like a lock and key thing.
Yeah.
We don't know what this is. We don't know if this is, you know, the beginning of what will be an album with video accompanying to it. Will this be a release soon? Is it coming out in a while? People have lots of theories on this.
Yeah. I love that she's back at work.
Me too.
Well, they're both back at work, which I love that. They had like their big summer, their big one. And now they're both back at work. It has to be something new, right? Because if it was an old song, someone would have recognized the beat. So if you don't recognize the beat,
then it's got to be new.
Then it's got to be new music. So people are saying that TS12 is around the corner.
Yes.
And obviously, and you know me, now I'm sucked into all the fan theories.
Yeah, you're
and
down
all
the
of
rabbit hole.
Yeah, like it's, and like even I couldn't really make sense of it. I guess they've been having listening parties on her website. Like tune in at 11 a.m. for a listening party for Red. Then tune in the next day at 12 for the album for the next album.
And then there's codes in there.
And so it was like basically consecutive days, and each day was the consecutive albums, and it was an hour later. So they were thinking that the code is like, okay,
oh my God.
So if the first one started at noon, and then the next one was at 1 p.m., then 2 p.m., then 3 p.m., then 4 p.m. So if we go to 12, they think that would be today that we're recording.
Right.
That today, potentially at midnight, would be the release of TS12.
No.
According to this fan theory.
No. It doesn't work like that, people. But I shouldn't say that. It might. No, there could be. It's more likely that an announcement would come out with a release down the road.
Yes. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Like, let's say we get an August announcement for an October release.
Okay.
That's what I
think they think that something big might be happening tonight at midnight.
Okay.
That's just like based on the math. Okay, Danielle, I don't make the rules. The math of these consecutive listening parties is telling us potentially that might be happening.
Well, I'll find out in the morning because I can't stay up till midnight.
No.
So I'll have to find out tomorrow if something happened.
No.
You know
but the Swifties, they're young. They can stay up.
They can. And they're on summer break. You know what this reminded me of? This very covert sort of concealing of her music.
What?
So when I was about to interview Taylor for 1989, I was going to get to listen to the music ahead of time.
Album?
Come on.
Arguably.
Love. Huge fan of
Is
that
it the best album?
One of my faves.
Okay.
Like there's just so many great hits
me
on
too.
that song
I love that.
for me.
I love that album.
And typically, if you're about to interview an artist, the record label will send you the physical copy of the album, or they'll send you a link to listen to it, and then you do so at your leisure, and then you're prepared for your interview.
Okay.
In this case, a representative from the record label came in to the office with an iPod with 4 songs on it. I had to sit in the same room as this record representative. I had to put on wired headphones, nothing like Bluetooth, nothing over the network.
Wow.
Wired headphones, listen to it while this person was watching me. I wasn't allowed to have my phone in the room. It had to be like all under
Like
all
top secret mission
top
style.
Secret mission.
Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Taylor Swift version.
Exactly. It was that. It was that. It was because they were so concerned about leaks.
Yeah.
Because we've seen so many times when an artist's album leaks and how
100%.
devastating that is. This was like all measures were taken to make sure that nothing happened.
Good for her. Because I think like Taylor, as we've talked about, like everything is so intentional. When she wants something to be out there, it's out there. When she wants something to be secret, it's secret.
Yep.
And they find a way, Katy and Justin.
Yeah.
If we want something to be secret, it'd be secret. But I love the lengths that she goes to keep these things under wraps, because then it's just such a delicious gift to the world and to her fans and to her people.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait to see what it is. And I think, I'm just happy she's, again, going back to work after the drama with Blake and Justin and that whole situation. And it's just good to see her. And like, with her masters and everything, it's just like, it's coming up Taylor.
It is.
And this is just the next layer of that coming up Taylor moment, is to have something new.
She needs something new. She's an artist. She needs to be creating.
Yeah.
And she did take some time. And exactly to your point, now that Travis went official with their relationship, there were photos from them, what appeared to be like all over the globe.
Yeah.
They were in the sun. They were in the snow.
Yeah.
They were in the mountains. They were in the fields.
Yeah.
They were in a city. And nobody knew where they were for months. Remember, they were so off the radar.
Exactly.
They weren't clocked over in Switzerland. Nobody clocked them anywhere.
Yeah.
So it can be done when you want it to be done. So this was all very so lovely, but surprising to see how they'd been spending their time together.
Yeah.
And now they're both, exactly like you said, they had this season of focusing on their relationship, and now he's like, I got to go back. He's in training camp right now. She said, I got to go, making a music video.
Yeah.
So we had a nice little break together, and now we go back to work.
Yeah, that carousel was so fun. I think it's the first time she's ever gone like Instagram official with anybody.
Yeah,
I don't remember her ever being with someone and posting about their relationship like candidly.
No, I think you're right.
Which I think is a huge thing.
They also look just so
Normal. Like
They're
that
just-
was the most normal carousel ever. It was not curated.
Nope.
It was not like there was nothing like forced about it. There was nothing cute about it. It was just normal family,
Pals,
friends,
a little goofy
moments, candid, cute.
Yeah.
But again, like zero curation went into this. It was just, here's what we've been up to.
Right.
Which is like a true photo dump.
It was like olden day Instagram.
It really was olden days.
It was like the opposite of the Kardashians. No filters, no light, no Lightroom, no apps.
No,
just
zero. This
snap.
was not touched up.
Maybe not even from the favorites folder.
No.
Maybe just like from the camera roll.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved it.
And love seeing him back at work. Obviously, we're really focused on Taylor, but he has a very big season ahead of him.
He does.
Right? We thought maybe he would retire after his last season. But he decided to come back, and I think it was the right decision for him because he did play atrociously last season. And so this is his big one. Like, he's got to come in and basically, like, there's a lot of pressure to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you felt this, but when we saw the first photo of him this week at training camp with the buzz cut, after he had all those, everyone was making a lot about his long, luscious locks last week.
You know how I feel about a man with long hair.
I mean,
I love that flow on him.
I know you did.
It was so good.
And I love to see the buzz cut because I feel like it's a declaration that he's back to business. I think last year, I am no sports analyst, but I do feel like the way that we saw him coming into the Super Bowl in that ridiculous disco blouse and that whole like Saturday Night Fever moment where he just clearly he wasn't grounded. His feet were not on the floor. He was like, I think he let everything get to his head. And that's why it was so cringe, because it was just like, whoa, you came in doing all of that, but you couldn't even play the game. And so I think if I'm reading the room, the buzz cut is telling me that he's got his feet firmly planted and he's really going to be focused on the work.
He's standing on business?
He's standing on business. It's not clocking to you. Okay? There's no moment that does not hit.
It's so good. And it applies to so many ways, so many things.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing about the haircut because that buzz cut is the haircut he had when they won the Super Bowl in 2024.
Okay.
It's a Super Bowl haircut. And you're right. There was, much to do about his looks, and maybe some of his focus was on the wrong things.
Exactly.
Maybe you shouldn't be spending so much time on the blouses. Yeah. More time about the game and doing your job. So
yes. Yeah. So like buzz away.
But it could be a superstitious thing too.
Yeah, it totally could be superstitious, and I'm here for that. I feel like I want him to just, his relationship is in good standing. Let's now focus on the work and like come out with the W, retire a champion. Yeah. And get that done.
Okay, but where's the engagement? It's been 2 years. Yeah. They are adults. Yeah. We are mature adults in a relationship. Yep. I will tell you, at the 2-year mark, I was like, Randall,
let's go.
Let's go. It got to the point where everybody kept asking me,
of course,
when are you getting engaged? And I was like, I don't know. Ask him. It should be happening soon, in my opinion. Don't you think? How long? You guys got engaged before us, didn't you? We started dating around the same time.
No. We were together for 4 years before we got engaged.
Whoa.
Maybe more. Yeah.
Jimmy sleeping at the wheel.
No, but it was never a priority for me.
Oh, okay.
I really didn't care. I actually was like, please don't ask me to marry you, because I didn't know that I really wanted that until I like really did.
Right.
But I guess I'm not the norm. But I also think Taylor's kind of like that. Like, I don't know. She doesn't seem to be in a huge rush for that. And I feel like they're in clearly such a good place. I think even this Instagram post is a huge declaration of like, we're good. We're sealing this on the grid.
Right. But I think she's a lover of love.
But I think she also loves winning. And I think she knows that he needs to go win this season, and then they can have their happily ever after.
Oh, so they can't get engaged until after this football season's
Well, if we're
over.
talking about his buzz cut and keeping his head firmly in the game, I don't think he can go be proposing during this season.
Then he needed to do it earlier in the summer.
But who's to say he didn't?
Excellent point.
Some people are saying that they are engaged and just don't want to make a big deal about it right now. And they know that everything will be about that the minute they announce it.
Okay.
And it seems like they both have some work to do.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe they want to keep the focus on the work. I think he needs to get the W, and then everything will fall all into place.
So many sports references today. I don't even know you.
I know. What's going on?
I don't know.
Just
Do you want to tee up the next story?
Let's tee it up.
Punting over to you.
Pam Anderson and Liam Neeson, the couple we did not know we needed, and now cannot picture life without.
I can't. It seems perfect to me.
So they're on a press tour for their new movie, Naked Gun.
Another reboot,
because there is no original thought anymore.
All we're doing is reboots.
And okay, so they are playing up romance rumors, but this is not new. They've been, since basically this movie was announced late last year, they've been using words like, we fell madly in love with each other. Yes. Both of them, from both sides. They've been saying this. And so now that they're on the red carpets on their press tour, they're really leaning in hard to this narrative that they're in a romance.
Yes.
They are kissing, holding each other. They were seen with all of their children on one red carpet.
A whole family photo. Liam, his sons, Pam, her sons. It looked like the photo of a blended family.
It really did.
It did.
The sons are the exact same age.
Yes.
In the exact same stage.
Yes.
It all makes so much sense. But so for me, this could be a romance, or this could be Glenn Powell, Sydney Sweeney for the boomers.
Oh,
that's what it's giving
for the
maybe.
Naked Gun people.
For the boomers who are like really excited about Naked Gun, because that's like our parents' generation. Like that's like,
you're totally right.
That's a brand from our parents' generation. So I'm like, I really hope they are madly in love, because I actually think that this would be amazing for both of them.
It would be incredible because, as you've said, they said they're madly in love, but they've also said they've got this deep friendship and professional connection, a forever friend in Liam. We have a connection that's so sincere, very loving. He's such a good guy. She's so terrific to work with. I'm madly in love with her. So if the foundation of this relationship is deep love, deep admiration, respect for one another, that is the absolute best place to start a romantic relationship from, especially with Pam, who's been married 6 times. Obviously none of them successful. She in a lot of ways has given up on love. She said, not in a cynical way at all, just in a refocusing. I'm focusing on myself, the time I want to, how I want to spend my time, my children, the things that give me pleasure and joy. Romance is not something I need in my life anymore. And for Liam, you know, his wife tragically passed away. He had a very brief relationship after the fact, and he's been single since like 2012. So for both of them to be in those places, to have this kind of serendipitously align and land in their laps. Somebody who love, admire, respect, appreciate, work well with, same family thing as we talked about. Why the hell not, guys?
And apparently their chemistry is so explosive that Liam said that their intimacy coordinator stormed out of the room saying, quote, "I can't take this. This is too hot for me. I'm going for coffee." It's like, wait, aren't you paid to stay and do this
to make sure the
coordinator thing? But anyway, I think the point of that is they have explosive chemistry. And it's beautiful. So to your point about sort of them both being in a place where this would really make sense for them. Yeah. I think, you know, we haven't talked about this yet, but I think about it often, and we see so much about it so often, is Pam's choice to not wear glam anymore. Yeah. And this choice is such an intentional choice for her. She's talked a lot about how she used to sort of cover herself up with all of that glam and all that hypersexualization because she was sort of hiding and she wasn't comfortable with herself. And her choice to now step into this really natural look and really own just who she is on her own without the rest of it is an intentional decision to really just step into who she is authentically. Exactly. And so to find love with someone who sees you this way and not as that sort of like Barbie hyper glam girl who was afraid to be herself. Not as the fantasy. Now you're you, and you found this love with someone who sees you for all that you are. I think that this timing is so kismet and perfect. Me too. And I just love it so much. I really want them both to be, I think they're both people that we just like wish them well. Absolutely. And want them to both be happy. And so I love it. I don't know if you know this little fun fact about me, that my Roman Empire, when I'm stressed, some people reach for Grey's Anatomy or like Friends. Yeah. I reach for Liam Neeson movies. You do? What are you, Randall? No, like it's so weird. Like a Taken movie, Taken 1, Taken 2, Taken 3, Taken 4, Taken 10. I'll take it. I love a bad Liam Neeson movie. Like love. It's so weird. It's so weird how it's also weird you can know someone for 20 years and not know them at all. Do you want to hear like a crazy Liam Neeson story? That's why we're here. Okay. So my very first gig in TV as a paid employee, like not as an intern, was at the Toronto International Film Festival. I think I was like 20. So wild. You know, just a few years ago. Yeah. And I was paid to be the hostess of the lounge.
Yeah, and the lounge is where
the lounge at TIFF.
Right, where the interviews take place.
Yeah.
So it's a space where actors and actresses come in and out of to have their interviews, but there's like a central meeting location in the lounge, and you have beverages and snacks, and you welcome people.
So there were we were the hosts to offer them some water or whatever beverage they should choose, and then sort of like take them around the lounge. There was always like kind of like thematic things. Like the year that I did it, it was like an oxygen tank where like oxygen was a big thing.
I remember that.
Right. And so we had these like branded oxygen tanks. So Pierce Brosnan and Liam Neeson came in for a movie they were doing together. And again, little old me, like never had a paid job doing this. I was just so excited to be in the room, and I'm just meant to make them feel comfortable. So I'm taking them around the room, showing them this oxygen tank, and I was showing them like, you put it to your face and you just do whatever. The next thing I know, I have a hand behind my head in my hair, and I am being dipped and kissed on the lips.
What?
By Liam Neeson.
Like dipped backwards?
Yep.
Oh my God.
But I was like, here's how you use the oxygen. And then I'm making out with Liam Neeson in a dip. Okay. I got to say a couple things. One thing, that man is smooth. Like
oh my God.
That whole thing happened so fast that like I didn't even have a second to think about it, which is a little bit problematic. It definitely wasn't.
It couldn't happen today.
Wasn't necessarily consensual the way that we know consensual to be today.
Yep.
It definitely would not fly today.
No.
It would be extremely bad for him. But in the time and just sort of in the climate that we were in, it was playful. It was fun. I don't think he meant anything badly by it. He's so charming. He's so handsome, and a decent kisser.
Caleigh, now your taken obsession makes perfect sense.
Right?
Now it's all there.
Now it's
because you're going back. Yeah, now it all adds up.
Yeah.
Without that backstory,
you're right,
the
actually.
taken is weird.
I actually never put those two together, but it is true.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the one that got away.
Maybe. It's so funny because
so random.
Your experience with Liam Neeson is just so wildly different from mine.
No.
I met this mild-mannered, very soft-spoken gentleman.
Okay.
With none of that. It
None
was
of
like
that.
I walked in the room. He was talking at this level, and I was kind of like almost having to like lean in to understand what he was saying. Low talking, just polite. None of this dipping, kissing.
No, I don't know if he had a couple of beverages. He was feeling brave and bold.
What a moment.
I was on the receiving end of that.
What a moment. How did you get up? Did he like just lift you back up?
It was one just big
fluid
movement, one fluid, very charming movement.
And then
it's clearly not his first time doing that.
And then just went on about the day.
And we just went on about the day.
Like nothing happened.
Literally.
Wow.
It's such a random one.
Wow.
Anyway, I just had to hit you with that.
I love that story. I'm going to have some follow-up questions.
Yeah.
I am.
Talk offline.
Okay. I can see you're saying to me with your eyes, no more. Okay.
I'm ready to move on.
I'm ready to move on.
I'm sweating.
We're ready to move on to Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
Back out there making the rounds for Freakier Friday. And
Another
I have to
reboot.
say, here we go. I mean, again, everything is rebooted.
Yeah.
We've got I know what you did last summer, The Devil Wears Prada. We both watched Happy Gilmore. Freakier Friday. It's just, we're just remaking movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just have to say, I am so proud of Lindsay Lohan and where she is because
it's remarkable.
It is.
Yes.
Because when I think of where she was just 12 years ago, so it's not that long, she did 6 stints in rehab. Remember that Oprah documentary series that she did? Oprah was trying to act as a mentor and save her. She was living in that New York apartment. She was selling her belongings.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
Or even when she had that like random hotel in like Mallorca and was
Yes.
like doing that crazy
dance in that jumpsuit.
Wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. And I think I wrote her off like so many people did.
Totally.
She is such a talented actress.
Yeah.
We've seen it from a very young age.
Yeah.
And I thought, what a waste of a talent. What a shame that this really brilliant actress, fell into the pitfalls of a young person in Hollywood and there's no way to come back is how I felt I really did think Lindsay Lohan was done.
I agree.
And I think also I believe that because it is very rare for a woman to make a comeback in Hollywood. And this is a comeback. You can't call it anything else. Men are given a lot more forgiveness than women are. And I really do think because of the trouble she got herself in with DUIs and all kinds of other things, I thought, this isn't going to, we're not going to see her back.
Yeah.
And now she's back and she's fantastic. And I love it so much for her because she seems to be in such a great place.
Yeah.
She's married. She's got a son who's 2. She seems to be really into mom life.
Yeah, she really is. She's obsessed with it.
She's obsessed with this child. She takes a photo of him every single day the moment he wakes up. So she's got that photo of him from every single day of his life. She just posted his second birthday party, which was dino themed. She went all out and was talking about it on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon rather, and was just like beaming.
Yeah.
And, to see her so grounded in such a great place in a healthy relationship. I'm telling you, I just didn't see this happening, and I'm so happy it is.
I totally agree. I think we definitely couldn't have predicted this.
No.
I think a lot of us wrote her off.
Yeah.
She was a hot mess.
Yeah.
And a lot of the women that she shared those messy years with never made a full recovery, right? Like we're talking about the Amanda Byneses, the Britneys, and a lot of those women who were mixed up in a lot of that hard stuff didn't make this type of 180 recovery.
Yeah.
And, we have to, there's nobody else that can take credit for that but her.
Yep.
She turned her life around. She talks a lot about living in Dubai and how that was such an intentional choice for her to move out of Hollywood and to Dubai. There are things about Dubai that make it incredibly desirable for someone in the public eye because paparazzi is illegal. So you actually can't take a photo of someone that you don't have consent to take a photo of.
Wow.
In Dubai. So she talks about how like moving there really afforded her the freedom to live this kind of normal life and to have this normal family that really lays low. And when you think about it, like I can think of paparazzi photos from Spain, from Paris, from, Canada.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any from Dubai. And so I do feel like
You're totally right.
that was such an ace decision on her part. And I think really plays into her being firmly rooted with her feet on the floor. And it's really great to see.
It is. And it really does illustrate her commitment to her recovery because she did, as I mentioned, 6 visits to rehab. The last one was court mandated and they weren't working in California.
Right.
One of them was at, what's that famous one in
Promises?
Yes. They weren't working there because as soon as you get out, snap, snap.
You're right back in the thick of it.
And you're back at Chateau Marmont. Going to Dubai, I believe she was like, I need
to get out of here.
I need to get out of here because I really want to recover.
Yeah.
I really want to get better. I really want to get my life back on track. And she's done that. And then she slowly returned to the work. She didn't just jump back in. She got really stable and really settled in her relationship and who she is. And then did some Netflix films, like the Christmas one's actually really cute. I really liked it. It is cute. Yeah. It was adorable. But hasn't done, what is that one? Falling for Christmas. Falling for Christmas? Yeah. Is that it?
Yes.
Maybe? Does that sound right? Anyway,
like that.
But hasn't done a theatrical release like Freaky or Friday since 2007.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, a really long time.
To get here.
And you can see that this clearness in her face and in her eyes and just like she's so committed to work but just the work part of it, not the whole hoopla around it. She talks a lot about how coming back into the making of the movies was a beautiful thing for her, but she also has very clear boundaries. She's in and she's out. Like she doesn't want to hang about. She's really intentional with how she spends her time and sort of like how short of days that she can have on set so that she can go back to doing what she loves, which is being with her family and raising her kids. So it's just like really interesting to see the decisions that she's making now. But I'm so happy for her. She looks I mean, you said it, like she looks like AI. Like she looks so good. I mean, much has been made about the face,
new face
and the, you know, the revitalizations that have been made, but like she could not look better. And
you're right.
And good for her. Like,
yeah, I think she looks as good as she must feel inside.
Yes.
And I do think, you know, Lindsay came from a very dysfunctional family, a lot of trauma, I'm sure, coming out of being raised by Dina and Michael Lohan. And now she's been able to create a stable family, some sense of predictability and comfort, and nothing that feels scary or anxious. And that's her grounding piece now. And wanting those short days of work to be able to get back to that tells me that she is on the absolute right track.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see many more really great movies from her coming out, because she's now proven, I'm back. I got this. I'm good. Let me work. I want to work.
Yeah.
Because there was a time she would have been uninsurable, I'm sure, to even work.
100%.
And
like,
now
she's
she's
definitely
like
a liability.
Yeah.
Can we talk about, though, like, I don't want to be too shady. I know this is a very positive conversation about Lindsay. I've got a couple of notes.
Okay.
First note, the accent.
Yeah.
There's an accent.
There's an accent.
It's giving like Madonna 2005.
It is.
Like,
why?
I don't know if it's like, I haven't heard her husband speak, but I know that he wasn't born in America. I'm not sure if maybe he has a bit of an accent and she's like picking up on it. But she's sort of been in and out of this accenty thing over the years.
Yeah.
And like, it's definitely still there.
Yeah.
And it's a little distracting for me. I'm like, why don't you just, I know, Lindsay, you're from New York. Like,
right.
Like, jig is up. You're not like an exotic gal.
Ilaria.
But she does live in Dubai. Like, I don't know the people who surround her might have different types of accents, and maybe it's blending, rubbed off the way it did on Madonna and Gywneth
and Meghan Markle.
Yes. And so that's one note. The other note is the fashion.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like, she looks amazing. Her face is flawless. Her hair, the glam, all of it. But her actual fashion choices have been a bit puzzling to me. I did find that a couple of the outfits that she's worn recently have been paying homage to old characters.
Oh.
So a couple of the ones that we saw, like, I don't know if you saw her in that yellow plaid outfit.
No.
And then more of an Asian sort of inspired dress. Those were paying homage to her Parent Trap characters.
Okay.
And directly, like, she references it in her Instagram. Like, she actually screenshotted a photo of the outfit she's recreating. So I do love that. And that kind of explained a little bit. Some of the other ones, like the hot pink one with the
ruche.
With the, what do you call that? Like,
it was ruched?
Yeah, ruched, and then it had a
little wave?
A little wave down the center.
Ripple?
Hate that dress.
Did not love that dress. Yeah.
Then she wore a light pink one that was, I think, more of like a princessy inspired dress. It is a Disney movie. Like, okay. But like, I think we can do better. With a face like that, I think we just could do a little better.
We could do a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to work on the styling. Everything else, no notes.
No, yeah. The accent and the fashion are my only notes.
Okay.
Other than that, couldn't be happier for her. The whole Lohan crew was on the red carpet this week. I don't know if you saw with her sister and her brother.
Not
and her
Allie.
husband. Yeah.
Wow.
And Dakota.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everybody out there.
And they all look like they've turned it around. And
I'm glad to hear that.
Man, I did not have that on my bingo card, that all the Lohan siblings would come out looking well adjusted, but kudos to them.
And the fact, were her parents there?
Her mom, not her dad.
I mean, her mom was contributed to a lot of her difficulties as well.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's been able to find a way to have a relationship in a healthy way, hopefully, that's amazing too. She's amazing. I'm not proud to say that I had in a lot of ways written her off at all.
No.
She really, this is remarkable what she's been able to do.
It really
is. So way to go, Lindsay.
We love to see it.
We're cheering for you.
Yeah, we are.
All right. Now we have to talk about The Devil Wears Prada 2. How are you feeling about this and everything that we're seeing?
Well, okay. I feel good about it.
Okay.
I feel good about this remake.
Me too.
I feel like this story has somewhere to go.
Me too.
Right? Like, I actually do. So, in full transparency, I couldn't remember how the movie ended. the first one. So I watched it on the weekend.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Doing your research.
Just to refresh
yes.
what exactly happened. Because you know the gist of it, but it's been 20 years.
It's the shitty boyfriend, right?
Well, everyone's freaking out about the shitty boyfriend. But yeah, I mean, so it ends with Andy Sachs like leaving her job with Miranda Priestley.
Right.
Because she sort of like wants more for herself and she doesn't want to be a bad person and doesn't want to like mess people around like Miranda did to Stanley Tucci's character. Okay?
Right.
So it's like she's choosing her moral high ground.
Yes.
And like leaving that world behind, even though she was so good at it and clearly like was well liked. So I feel like there's somewhere to go with this story. Like I want to know, does she go back? Like how does this all end up? So I feel good about that. And I really think like this is a remake I'm here for. Freaky Friday. Nah. I don't know. I mean, listen, it's all good. Happy for Lindsay to be working. Didn't really need that remake. Okay.
Yeah.
Same with, I know you did last summer, like happy to have, you know, some of those nostalgic faces on the carpet, but didn't necessarily need to see a new story with like, you know, it's a bit silly.
I also didn't need the other Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. That's a whole other conversation.
Okay, we can have that another day. But I feel
with this one, like I'm excited about it.
I'm super pumped about this.
I don't know why people are so we've seen a lot of paparazzi photos and people are so mad. The internet is so mad. They're saying that the paparazzi is ruining movies because it's spoiling things.
Well, I don't want to see anymore. I'm going to be honest.
Not?
I'm not mad.
Which
I'm in no way
part
mad.
is it ruining though?
I've got more crap to be mad about than this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the world to be mad about. Not the fact that I saw Anne Hathaway in a bucket hat and a multicolored dress.
Yeah.
I just want to be surprised a little bit because the fashion is such a big part of it, like Sex and the City.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to ruin the looks. If I did, when I saw Miranda Priestley in that gray suit with her glasses and her hair, I was like, I love seeing this. I don't need any more.
Yeah.
It's the only little breadcrumb I need to get me excited. Please don't give me any more. That being said, though, I did go and look to see who else is going to be in this movie because I was now invested because I'm seeing the photos from the set and them walking around the street. Lucy Liu, Justin Theroux, BJ Novak. So some interesting characters adding into the mix, which I love.
Yeah, and I think probably more will be announced, or at least I feel like it'll be one of those ones that has like a lot of cool cameos.
I think so too. So
I think Madonna, they said, was on set this week.
What?
Yeah.
I don't need that cameo. I'm sorry.
Rumor that I heard. Same.
I don't need it.
Definitely don't need that one either.
That's when you said last week, grasping at relevancy. That's grasping at relevancy.
Facts.
Did you see? So when movies are being shot on location, there are notices put up by the local police and the production to warn people there's a shoot happening.
Yeah. And
this one, and they often give them a code name so people aren't like, oh my God, the Devil Wears Prada is shooting. The code name for this production is Cerulean.
Cerulean.
Remember the blue sweater that she wore in season 1? And she was like, that blue sweater you're wearing isn't just a blue sweater, and the whole backstory.
Oh, what a monologue.
Yeah. Yeah. The code name for this shoot on the streets of New York, Cerulean.
Oh my God.
Am I saying that right?
I think so.
I hope so.
I know that's so clever. I love it. I have a different take on these paparazzi photos. Like, it doesn't bother me. I love seeing it. I'm going to forget in one hot second. My brain does not retain. Like, I don't even remember what I had for dinner last night. Like, I'm not here to be like, oh my God, I know she wore that bucket hat and therefore I am not going to be surprised when it's going to ruin the moment for me. Like, said me never. Like, I really don't feel that way. I feel like that's so silly. I think it's like, we can't have our cake and eat it too. Like, we're all excited about this.
Yeah.
You know, it's all out there. It's kind of like a spoiler. If you don't want to see it, keep scrolling.
True.
And I really don't think it's like giving away any plot points.
True.
We know that there's a movie, so we can pretty much assume that they're all going to be filming together. The story's going to come back together and bring the characters back together in some capacity.
She's back at Runway, guys.
She's
spoiler alert.
There. So I don't know. I just think we like to complain about things. And I think I think that's what's going on there. It's basically just photos of Anne Hathaway doing like the Carrie Bradshaw, like running through the streets of New York, like step, run, step, run,
tippy-toe,
hailing
tippy-toe.
a cab, like
holding the runway garment bag.
Exactly.
So we saw that.
Yeah. And to me, that's not like really ruining anything. The other thing that the internet's mad about, and I feel like this is just misplaced anger. Okay. It is not Adrian Grenier's personal fault that his character was stupid. Okay. I feel like there's so much weird stuff about like hating on Adrian Grenier.
Oh, big hate.
But like, he's just an actor, guys.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even write the character. He probably had very little input. And he's
the world's worst ex-boyfriend, apparently. Like, so despised.
I mean, I can think of a lot of worse characters.
I know.
Yeah. Was he a little bit shitty? Yeah. I also think, again, we are 20 years evolved from then. I think, so when he was asked about that character and why people think he's the worst, he said, all those memes that came out were shocking to me. It hadn't occurred to me until I started to really think about it. And perhaps it was because I was as immature as Nate was at the time. And in many ways, he was very selfish and self-involved. It was all about him. He wasn't extending himself to support Andy in her career, which is all facts. He's kind of like, yeah, you're right. When I think about it, he was kind of shitty. And when we all reflect, yes, we all want more for Andy. But it's like, please stop directing your hate at the actor. I just think it's like misplaced anger.
It really is.
Like, if you have, like, let's hope more for her, but it's very strange to be angry with Adrian Grenier.
It really is.
The internet is just unhinged.
Just taking strays. He's like, guys.
He's like, I haven't even worked in 20 years.
That's
like
it.
That was like his last
was
role.
the last thing he did?
He hasn't done a lot.
Maybe like the Entourage movie, or was that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm mixing up the timeline.
No, but he's like an activist now.
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
he doesn't work a lot. But I was just like, I kind of felt for him this week. I'm like, why is everyone so mad?
Why is he the internet's punching bag?
It's really not his fault.
It's not.
He's not like responsible for all the shitty men in the world.
He's not.
He's just an actor.
He is just an actor.
Yeah.
And he's not in this movie, everybody.
He's not going to be in this movie.
No, he's
not. And again, I kind of feel bad for him. Like, he could really use a W here. Maybe even if he was just to be in the movie just as like, I don't know.
Like a coffee shop run-in.
Like a run-in.
A run-in.
With an
Hey,
ex.
you're so great.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. I've seen you ascend. And
yeah, like I really thought about that time. And
I acknowledge my shittiness.
Yeah, I regret how I handled that.
Honestly, they should rewrite a scene.
Bring him in.
Where he gets to redeem himself.
Oh, I really think they should do that.
I was shitty to you.
Yeah, I was shitty.
I was insecure and threatened, and I wasn't a great boyfriend. And I've been wanting to say that to you for 20 years. I'm so glad we ran each other. And scene is done.
And then all hearts are mended. All of our millennial hearts are mended.
He needs that.
He really does. Is it too much to ask?
No, it's perfect.
Okay,
it's great.
In 5 sentences or less, what did you think of the Happy Gilmore movie?
Okay, loved the cameos. Like, it was just all cameos. I don't know. I didn't finish it. I went to bed. Okay. I'll put it that way. So I didn't stay up. And when I asked Randall and our friends who we were watching it with the next day what they thought, and they were like, it was fine.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah. No, I was very disappointed.
Very?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're a Happy Gilmore house. Like, that movie is extremely important to my brother and me. Like, we live and breathe Happy Gilmore. Like, I could recite the entire movie to you. I'm obsessed. I love Adam Sandler so much. I love that movie. It means a lot to me. This remake.
Oh, this would be disappointing then.
I was like, we didn't need this. If it wasn't going to be great, we didn't need it at all.
How could it not be great? You had all this time. You have all these people behind it. Like, how could you miss the mark?
The plot was
weak. I don't even know because I didn't finish it.
It was bad.
Okay.
It was bad. I think everyone should see it, but like, maybe you could multitask.
Yeah. The ratings weren't great anyway.
You saw the first few minutes though, so you know.
I know what
the
happened.
Big story.
The
and
big
I'm like,
story.
Really?
I know.
We're doing this?
We're doing that.
Okay, watch the movie and then you know what we're talking about.
And then let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Send us a DM or any kind of way you want to communicate with us. We love hearing from you. And of course, we would always appreciate a comment on the pod, a follow, send it to a friend, and let us know what you think.
Please do.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you. Bye.
Have a great week.
Mwah.
Bye.